It's too early to start talking about Christmas. Wrong. It's October and we need to get cracking. Christmas will be here before we know it, and during this time of year, things can get a little crazy. When it comes to custom builds for pop-ups, brand activations and experiential events, now is the time to get planning. So let's start by building out a timeline from now until when Santa gets here. My name's Terry, and this is my 15th year of delivering custom builds for brands and agencies who want to create something special during the festive season. I want to help make sure your pop-up brand activation or event is as epic as possible and make the process of getting there as simple as it can be. So here's the thing, every year we see it. Producers and marketing managers rushing around last minute to get their projects up and live before the 1st of December. And some Christmas projects even earlier than that. And what happens when it's left too late? The vision for your beautiful winter wonderland gets watered down to a snowman with a few missing bones. You end up scrambling to try and find a custom builder that's not already booked out to deliver your exciting idea, but suddenly the process of getting this done isn't so exciting. It's super stressful. The Christmas period is super busy for everyone. And trust me, custom builds don't happen overnight. Starting now is going to set you up for 4 huge benefits. Number 1, creative freedom. When you start early, you've got more time to refine your design. You can explore new concepts and custom elements that are going to make your project stand out amongst the rest. I'm talking about beautifully crafted pop-ups and events, no cookie cutter solutions here. Number 2, access to resources. Your custom build suppliers get booked out really quickly during this time of year. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss out, lock them in early before their schedule gets jammed. You'll get first access to quality custom builders if you plan ahead. Number 3, stress less. Christmas is chaotic. There's no doubt about it. When you're ahead of the game, you can avoid last minute stresses. No all-nighters, no panic phone calls, just a game plan that is rolling out beautifully. This means a calmer, more organized approach that ultimately is going to deliver you better results. And number 4, flexibility. You want to make changes? No worries. You've got time to get this just right. Early planning will give you time to refine and adjust to make sure your project is everything it can be. You don't want to find yourself in a situation where you're backed into the corner just trying to deliver whatever you can because time's running out. So with that said, let's break out what this timeline might look like. I always find it best to build our schedules working backwards. So let's say your pop-up brand activation or experiential event needs to go live on the 1st of December. Just a heads up, that's a Sunday this year, so chances are you're going to be doing an overnight or a weekend install. Now, depending on the scale of your project, most custom builds are probably going to take between 2 and 3 weeks to get done. So if we want to play it safe, that now brings us to the 11th of November. Before your custom builders can start, they're going to have to cost up everything and probably bounce back and forth with you a few times and do a couple of revisions to make sure that your scope aligns with your budget. This process can typically take up to 2 weeks if there's a lot of back and forth. So this then brings us to the 28th of October. Before your custom builders can quote up the project, you need to be able to provide them with a brief and some basic drawings so that they've got something to work from. Let's say this takes us about a week. That now brings us to the 21st of October. Now, before you can do this, you need to get together a handful of ideas to be able to present to your client and figure out which one they like best. Once they've chosen, there's still probably going to be a little bit of back and forth to tweak that final idea a little bit. So let's say this process takes 2 weeks. This now brings us to the 7th of October. I'm not sure what the date's going to be when you're watching this video, but chances are it's probably close to the 7th of October. So it's time to get cracking. After doing Christmas builds for such a long time, I'm well aware that there are going to be projects that land on your desk after the 7th of October. So here's my tip if this happens to you. Get in contact with your custom builders straight away. Even if it's not my team, that's okay. Just get the ball rolling. Even if you don't have all the details, just let them know it's coming. Map out a simple little schedule like the one we've done together today and send it over to them. Then they know what stage you're going to be at along the way between now and when the project needs to go live. That way, everyone can plan to deliver a result that will blow even Santa's socks off. I hope this helps. I can't wait to see what everyone does for their custom Christmas builds this year. In the meantime, keep the awesome ideas coming, and I'll catch you in the next one.